2024 marks the 20th anniversary of BCSN. As we continue to celebrate 20 years of BCSN, presented by First Solar, we'll bring in longtime coaches from the area, and certainly Northwood's Ken James fits that bill. He's coached the Rangers football program for 38 years and has also been athletic director for a long piece of that time as well. Mason Lowry sitting down with Coach James to talk about his time as a successful head coach at Northwood.
Ken, you've been at this for such a long time.
A little while, yes.
Indeed. What are the most rewarding elements of being a head coach and leader of men?
Biggest thing for me, I think, is relationships that you develop over the course of time. Being here this long, I'm able to kind of follow some of the guys that have been through our program as players and some of us coaches who have grown as coaches. One of the guys that coached for us a long time ago, Joe Kirkendall, has been the head coach at Lipsick, and Patrick Henry for a while. Just seeing guys like that develop and see some of our guys, grow into businessmen and husbands and fathers. And I've had a chance to coach several of their kids. So that's kind of a cool thing. They brought their sons back to be in the program, which is awesome. And so that connect, just I think staying in one place for a long time, there's a connection that my wife and I and my family has with a lot of people in the community, the players that have come through the program and their parents and now their kids. I haven't hit a grandchild yet, come close, but that might be time to walk. So missed one by a year or two years ago. So yeah, but that's I think the biggest thing. Obviously you want to win enough games to keep the job, but I think the connections with people and the connections we've had with the community in general, just the support we've got from parents whose kids don't even play football, the boosters over the years, the administration just has made it a really enjoyable thing. Not really work for me. I don't perceive it as a job.
How much good has BCSN done in the last 20 years in promoting small school athletics?
Yeah, I think that's a big thing for us. We're not social media giants. I know there's a lot of stuff you can do nowadays on Twitter, et cetera, to promote yourself. But BCSN's been a great thing. We've had some big rivalry games. A few years ago, we had a game with Rossford that ended up. We won it barely. It was a 48-44 game that BCSN did the game, and it was just some people call it an instant classic or whatever. But getting the coverage, I think, is really exciting for our kids. And for our community, I think that just being recognized, even though we're smaller, we're not not the biggest school in the area. I think being recognized and having the chance to get on TV and get some exposure like that for our players is huge. And for us, just from a community standpoint, getting our parents and stuff get a chance to go watch our kids on TV, I think has been an awesome thing for us.
And you get to watch your son on TV now because
right.
he's a head coach in the area as well. What's that dynamic been like?
It's been a little weird. It was tough. It was tough when he left. It was a difficult day when he had to tell the team. And one of the interesting things he told our kids was that, I think some people thought when I keeled over that he might take over for me at our place. And that's a decision I had to think about making it because he was ready to become a head coach. And I had to think maybe I need to step away if he wants to do this. But he told our players, he said, I don't want to be the coach's kid my whole life. And, I want to go out and carve my own path a little bit, which I love that about him. My wife and I have tried to beat that into his head. You got to be your own man, and so he's trying to create his own program, get things going over there. So we're real excited for him. Trying to do whatever I can to help him while I'm still working here. At some point, I think when I retire, I'll probably go coach for him. If he's still there, I'm assuming he'll be there for a while, hopefully. So I'll go be an assistant coach and make suggestions instead of decisions. That'll be the cool part. So. That'll be fun, but yeah, that's a huge part of the thing for me right now is trying to make that decision, make that transition. But yeah, it is interesting, and we talk. Drives my wife a little nuts because we talk football constantly when we see each other. So she's
naturally,
she's like, let me guess, you're talking about football? Sure, yeah. So yeah, it's funny.